I think I'm live here. Oh, hello, everybody. I didn't realize I was live here. Welcome to the Freedom Starts Now show. My name is Karen Theimer, and I am your show host. And I am here from Ontario, Canada. And we actually had a break in our weather today. We have had extreme heat wave, not heats, but heat wave. And so it's a nice, pleasant day today. How are you? How are you doing today, everybody? I would love it if you subscribe to my channel. And so hit that subscribe button. And also feel free to put in the comments where you're from, take part, ask questions. I love the interaction in doing these shows and everything. So my question is, what does Freedom Starts Now mean? Well, to me, it means to make a decision to have a better life. You see, that was me, I guess 6 years ago. Sorry, my cat's my cat's tail is in the camera here. But anyway, so yeah, 6 years ago when I was turning 50, life threw me a curveball and I became single. And I remember thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Because one of the things I do, I'm a massage therapist. I've been practicing for, oh my gosh, I think about 16 years, 15, 16 years, somewhere along that, but a long time. And massage is super hard on my body. And I remember at the same time that I became single, I thought to myself, and I was losing sleep over this, and I was like, what the heck am I going to do now? Because now I'm a single income. And as a massage therapist, I'm going to have to now put in more hours, find new clients, and really bust my butt to be able to make ends meet. I was in debt up to my eyeballs, and I was scared because I was used to that other income. So it's funny how the universe works, because at the same time I was going, okay, what do I need to do? I need to start networking. I need to reach out to my clients. I need to, I don't know, come up with something. At the same time, a network marketing company showed up for me. And I thought, I don't want any part of that business. I don't want anything to do with network marketing. I don't even want another business. I need to focus on massage and build my business so I can survive and somehow figure out how to get out of debt. Well, fast forward a year, actually, well, it was probably a few months after I ignored it for a long time. I actually ended up joining this business, and I'm super grateful that I did. And I remember going to an event about a year later, and the host, Eric Worre, said, if your life and your business hasn't changed in the last year, go find out what your blocks are. And I was like, that's me. I've got this thing called a block, right? And I thought, okay, well, how do I get rid of this? Because nothing's changed in my life. I've been doing the work, doing all this thing, but I'm still at the same point. And I knew there were, and I've said this forever, there's more to life than what I'm living now. So I went up to one of my mentors, and he's like, Karen, go find a coach. Go find a coach and find out, get rid of these blocks that are holding you back. So that's what I did. So hiring a coach was the best thing I ever did, and which is why I got into coaching down the road. But my point is that also, sorry, and also too, and then fast forwarding in 2018, I decided to, because again, I was still stuck in my past, and I didn't know how to let go. Actually, I think it was in 2018. Actually, that is when I hired a coach, my first coach. And at the same time, I also decided I was going on a healing journey. I had no idea what that meant, but all I knew is, again, I was tired of living in my past. I had a hard time letting go of my ex, and I knew there was a better life for me somewhere, right? So anyway, I went on this journey and started learning about how the mind and body work together, and then learning about spirit and energy and all that, and learning where some of my blocks come from. What stops me? Why do I procrastinate? Why do I, am I a perfectionist 1 minute? And what stops me from going to the next level in life? So when we had the first lockdown, I had to shut down my business and my massage business. And I really had to pivot and go, okay, now what do I do? Right. So I decided to expand my business, add in coaching, and heal some of those old wounds that stopped me from taking my life to the next level. And then I decided to do these podcasts or these shows. So I'm excited because I meet so many people along the way. That's kind of the short version of me. And there's so much more, but I am excited to do this show called Freedom Starts Now, because really freedom starts with you just making a decision. You want a better life. That is it. And then you find the people that help you along the way. So I am going to bring up my guest, Dr. Pam Wallentiny, and I am so excited to bring her on here. So give me a second. Hey there, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing awesome on this beautiful sunny day. And thank you for being here today and sharing your wisdom, sharing your journey and, and healing and, your mess to your freedom, whatever that is for you. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Karen, thanks. And I'm so proud of you for doing these shows.
Thank you.
It's a big deal. Because I think it's important for our audience to know messy action is better than no action.
That's right. That's right.
And we're not messy. We're not that messy. We're here together as planned.
Right. That's right. And I'm excited that you're here because, I forgot to tell people how I met you. I met you through, I think it was Instagram or Facebook. I saw one of your posts and and I reached out to you, and then you told me about your amazing networking group, right? Where you and I started to get to know one another and stuff. So social media, I've met some amazing people through social media, but back to you. So tell us a bit about you.
Well, and I'm going to lean into that a little bit. Because when we met through Facebook, we met through direct messages, right? And then we hopped on Zoom. And what I want, your audience to know is that I think, or I believe, even in difficult times, there's always something good. Mm-hmm. And you mentioned the word pivot. And a lot of us had to pivot. Our businesses were forced online, even more so, right? Yeah. I would often have in-person events. But I found that the pivot to this online space allowed me to meet you and others that we formed real connections with. So in that way, I'm grateful.
Me too.
But yeah, my journey started in the classroom, little ones. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at the cattail with little ones. And then in 2006, you want to talk about a mess. My lungs were harmed by water and mold in a public school building.
Oh, wow.
And what's interesting is after that situation, later I was put on 3 medicines to breathe normally. I'm no longer on them anymore. And I thought, wow, that was what I was called to do, was to teach, right? And having that curveball, right? I mean, it wasn't just that I couldn't go back to the school that I had been at for quite a long time, but I began to uncover and research just the crumbling school infrastructure problem in the United States. So anyway, how should I say? I was stressed. I mean, right? When you go to school to do something and that's what you think you're supposed to do. And at that point, probably I had 2 sources of income before that, because people know that school teachers don't make a lot of money. Right. So I've always been entrepreneurial at heart, but I guess it was 2006. I wrote a letter in 2008 when the new president took office. And I copied a person who had built a building that went beyond green. And people came from all over the world to see this building. And so I was inspired to write a letter. What if public school buildings had all of those features? That actually school buildings protected and promoted health. So I wasn't sure what I was doing after that. I got well. I was focused on being well.
Good.
But it was stress. It was high stress times.
Yeah. Yeah. And who isn't going through stress, right?
Especially now in the current times.
Yeah. And we know stress really is the number one killer, right? And it's scary, which is why I got into, really diving deep into my own healing and my own past traumas, my own, my blocks, so I could help others do the same.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I think what happens is when we're like, it doesn't matter what the significant event is, right? In your case, it was the divorce. In my case, it was a change in career. What do they say? Relationship, home, and health, top 3 can really send the body into high stress. Well, that same building that was built beyond green, where people came from around the world to visit when it opened, I wrote and copied the owner of that building to the president. And he actually reached out to me. And it was my, it was in 2008. It was my first experience with transcendental meditation. And that is a real gift for people. Not that you have to engage in that one. That one works for me. But when you reduce stress, you're reducing cortisol levels.
Yeah.
High stress is, like you said, can have serious consequences on health.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the link, right? That's for sure. And this is, it's funny, as a massage therapist, sometimes I talk to people and they're like, oh, well, massage is a luxury.
No.
And it's like, no, actually, it should be a part of your life, right? Whether you go once a month, like, you're worthy of having a massage, right? We need human touch.
Yes.
Right. And we need to relax that nervous system, right? We need to bring down the sympathetic nervous system and bring it down to the parasympathetic, which is your rest, right? Is where you relax and where your body heals and stuff. We need to bring down that stress level. And one way of doing it is a regular massage, even if you just do it once a month. And know that, I'm worthy of this.
And you'll love this story. So I think it's about maybe it's 2010. I can't remember exactly, about 2010. I saw the same massage therapist for 9 years.
Wow.
Is that cool?
Oh, that's amazing.
She moved to Florida and I was so sad.
Oh.
I met her at a chiropractor's office and I was like, man, she is magic. And it's not magic. I know it's science, but it felt like magic when I would get off the table.
Oh, I love that. If I could, I'd have massages every week.
Right.
But yeah, but bottom line is, and you're into that health and wellness. So what did you do to help your health then? So you had, you developed the health issues. So what did you do?
Oh, well, you mean from the mold?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I followed my doctor's orders. And I said, the 3 medicines, and I told her this, right? I said, listen, I need to believe that I am getting well. I need you to know I want to be off these medicines, right? And I said, and I need you to focus on that piece of it. But I spoke it out loud to her. I am getting well and I am going to be off these medicines. Now you handle the rest of it and tell me what to do when. I mean, she would have handled the rest of it anyway, right? She's an MD and MPH, all the things, right?
Right.
But I just had to speak it, I did not want to be on medicines to breathe normally. Nobody wants that.
No. Amazing. So then what happened?
What'd you say?
I said, I love hearing people's journeys, right? Because we do have to take, we have to take our health into our own hands, right? I think there's a time and a place for Eastern medicine and Western medicine. And I really, I'm hoping that one day they're going to meet, but you have to be your own. Yeah. But you need, East meet. Yeah. But we have to, and you declared it, right? I don't know. I don't know how this is going to happen, but I want to be off these meds. Right. So then what happened?
Well, so, I had a lot of time on my hands, right? Sitting at home. So I started researching just what was happening with school infrastructure. And once it was probably within a year or two, it wasn't that long that I was off the medicines and I still had a issue. It's the immune system. She said I could keep it potentially for my life. It is now gone also, but where the smells, like if I was in a restaurant and someone cleaned with a cleaner on a table behind me, I would get up to leave because I wouldn't want to feel like that elephant on my chest. So smells could trigger, right? Like that canary in the coal mine, get out of here. There's something that could hurt you. Run. Even though it wasn't necessarily something that could hurt me, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I went about working pro bono on healthy schools work. Mm-hmm. Okay. And we testified, and we would create one-page research and fact sheets and go down to the, the Capitol, the legislature. We'd also go to the, at the federal level. And so why is all of that so significant? The components of the educational piece combined with educating others in those arenas. And then fast forward to now I'm working at the college level. Now I'm earning my doctoral degree. What's interesting in all of that picture is that when you are a mentor and a teacher, to me, those two embody a coach. And so in that way, I have been a coach for more than 30 years, right? And some people go, well, what's the difference? And we could say, well, a teacher instructs, a mentor guides, a coach, when you think of sports or gymnastics, or in the type of coaching we do, right? We may be attempting to serve as a guide, but instruct on a specific skill that our clients need. Yeah. But it's really interesting how you don't realize how the events of your journey, when you look back, led you to this current place. When we're going through hell, right? We're not seeing necessarily where we're going to be, how those experiences form and create the person you are or I am today.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking this morning, I was like, how did I get to where I am? Right. Like if I had, and I say this probably in every single show, it's like, if you had asked me 5 years ago, would I be doing this? I'd be saying there's no way in heck you would catch me doing this, speaking. Like I want to take my speaking. Like I do want to be on stage one day, right? I want to be comfortable out there. I'm okay with being messy. Oh, I'm not okay. I don't love it, but right. I like, feeling nervous. I still get nervous doing these shows, right? At the beginning, right? It's that like, okay, Karen, just remember, be you, right? So, and it's a working progress, which is fine, right? But yeah, if you had asked me this, but you said something about, you would see the signs, and I'm like, maybe I'll take a look back and go, what were the signs that made me go, okay, it's time to do this? Like I know with the lockdown, shutting down my massage, I knew like I had the massage. Thank God I had network marketing because that at least gave me some income, right? But it was like, okay, what can I do on a bigger scale? And my friend said to me, she's like, Karen, start getting on podcasts. She built her business through media, right? And I like educating and I like doing all that. I want to inspire people. If I can inspire one person or make a difference in their life every day, I'm happy, right? Then I feel like I'm on purpose. So I was like, okay. And I remember the first show I did with somebody recommended somebody. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Right? So I went on and I'm like, what am I going to talk about and whatever. Right? Anyway, we figured it out.
Can you imagine being on like the equivalent of Oprah? And when they go, Karen, we have this clip from before. Pam, we have this clip from, and you're like, oh no.
It's so true. The first show I went on, my dog would not stop barking in the background, right? I was like, oh my God, like what else, right? So I'm throwing things like the pillow at him and this and that. He's shredding it in the background. I'm thinking, oh my God, my dog is eating this. I'm on this show. What do I do now? Anyway, just go with the flow. Some people had kids screaming and stuff, and I had my dog, but it's all good, right? So yeah, I mean, it's just interesting if you look back and seeing all the signs that get you to where you are today. So yeah. And so when you're coaching clients, so you help people in believing in themselves and, living a better life.
So what's interesting is when you look back, right? When you look back over your journey, I'm a big one on reflecting. I don't sit down and go, I'm going to try to reflect. It seems hardwired in me, and it has been my whole life. So, and I'm grateful for it, but some people have to sit down to focus on purpose about it, right? Okay. Well, so I'm not exactly sure the time frame, but this is, I'd say, within the most recent last years or so, eight years or so. When I was learning to dance and row, I competitively danced and I competitively rowed as an adult.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was really bad at dancing.
Oh.
Really bad. It was partner dancing. It was like the country circuit, West Coast swing, two-step, waltz, cha-cha, okay, nightclub. And I remember my dance coach would say to me, Pam, do you hear the music? Mm-mm. I'm trying. And he would sometimes say to me, your feet are still there. Don't look down at them. Okay. So then now go, and I'm doing these things simultaneously. And now I'm rowing crew in a boat of 8. We were holding one row, sweep rowing. And we had a coach who was a former Naval Academy coach. And he would yell and be in the launch, the boat, through the megaphone. Okay. And so I wasn't good at that either. But both of them spoke to me. Both of them spoke so completely to me. And I kept on because in dancing, I wasn't the lead. I didn't have to lead. I had to follow. That was a new skill for me. I had been leading classrooms and groups and in different settings, principals. I've taught on different content for quite a while. I guess the largest group I've been in front of is 150 people, but that's where I shine, but that's more kind of leading and controlling of sorts, right? Just a little bit, because you're somewhat in control of the message and what the outcome is,
Right.
depending on how each person engages. But so it was about 8 or 10 years ago. And I remember one of the principals writing on an evaluation for me. I was being observed. I taught science at this time to young people, had a full science lab. And she wrote in the observation, she said, Pam, and I get so choked up about this. And I'll come back to the gift part and not being talented in rowing and dancing. It's all connected, I promise. She wrote, Pam has a gift at helping every person in the building become a productive citizen. And that lately, in the last 8 years or so, has become so important to me, because I said, it's not that I had a gift. It's that I think it was Dr. Pete DeSisto said the 3 C's. And this is what I do with my clients. And this is my point. And it's what I do in front of any group or in the classroom back when I was there. People want to feel cared for. They want to feel connected. And they want to know they have something to contribute.
Yeah.
Well, Karen, I have goosebumps right now, because you said to me right now at this moment, and I agree with you, at no point, Karen said this to me privately. She's okay if I bring it out. So
yeah.
You're going, Karen didn't say that.
Go for it.
Right. Karen said, there's probably no point than right now, the greatest time that people are needing and calling for us to really show up, be real, authentic, connect, show people we care for them, let them know they absolutely have something to contribute. And I agree with you when you said that.
Yeah. I really feel like a lot of us are being, like, as healers, whatever a healer is to you. I mean, coaching, whatever, right? Or energy healer, anything. But I feel like this energy is, especially right now, as things are changing in this world, that we're being called to step up, because there's a lot of people that are just searching for some answers, searching for some clarity, searching for purpose, searching for someone just to listen. Right. And I love your 3 points there, the 3 C's, 3 C's, right? Yep.
Yeah.
3 C's. Yeah. 3 C's. I had to think there for a second.
Because you know what? It's true for everyone.
All of us.
I think when she wrote that on the evaluation, I realized I'm actually doing that. And if we here's another C, the conscious intention to do that, be that, show up that way, then I believe each of us will have a greater impact for greater good.
I agree. I totally agree. And right now, like when we were chatting before, and this is a good time to really reflect. And I've started reflecting because I never was great on, I just like, okay, here's where I want to go. I need to get rid of these blocks, right? Like, whatever. We're all human at the end of the day. And do we have human experiences? Oh God, I say we're in university to be a human. I really
right?
do.
But it's life university. It's life.
That's right. That's right. And just for those who are listening, know that there's a bigger purpose for you, and that you don't have to live life the same over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. If you're not getting those results that you're looking for financially, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all that kind of stuff, physically, then that's where I say freedom starts now. Make that decision to make a change. And if you see something that's showing up in your life all the time, pay attention to that, because whether you believe in the universe or not, you are being shown, right? Because I'm starting to learn more and more about it and pay attention more. I have this thing, if it shows up 3 or 4 times, maybe it's something I should pay attention to, or get rid of the word shit.
That's how acupuncture worked. So listen, I was on a co-ed soccer field. My girlfriend comes running out on the field. Again, we're adults, 30 something. And I had never played soccer before that. And so I was pretty bad at that too. I was fast though. I don't know how fast I am still, but I was fast then, still in my 30s. And she goes, I just had acupuncture. And I thought, you did? She said, yeah. I said, what, with needles? Yeah. Oh, Pam, you got to try it. You'll love it. So the second time, right? I forget. I'm either at the store or a flyer for acupuncture, right? And I'm like, oh, hell no. And then, are you ready for what crosses my path for the 3rd time? This blew my mind. I think it'll blow the audience's mind. In Consumer Reports, I am not kidding you. Okay. They talked about acupuncture. So I said,
this is fine.
Is that crazy? I said, I think it's time for me to go to acupuncture. So I did. And then, of course, after I try it and do it, I'm like, why is this working? And so I did a little bit of research and I was like, oh, wow. And then, the meridians that they mapped thousands of years ago, which Consumer Reports said, with no technology, by the way, right? Yeah. None. They mapped those all correctly. I can't imagine what the needles looked like back then. But anyway, so that 3 times the charm is, well, if people pay attention, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to what keeps showing up for you. Mm-hmm. Like I've been, I bring in network marketing for a reason, because network marketing,
it gets a bad rap. It's because people don't know.
Yeah. People need, and that's one thing I actually do, is help coach people who are in the business and stuff, like new to the business that are stuck. But anyway, that's another conversation. Right. But I bring it up for a reason, because they
require good coaching, Karen, and I have no doubt you're really helping them.
Yeah.
Because people's weak spots, blocks, insecurities all come out with that.
That's right. That's right. I say network marketing is a personal development program with a compensation plan. Right. And I bring it up because this has literally might change my life. And it's opened my eyes to multiple streams of income. It's opened my eyes to, okay, what are these blocks? Again, I come back to the blocks. What are these things that are stopping me? Right. And this is a forever journey. Right. Mm-hmm. And it kept showing up in my life like a mosquito. It was annoying. It was like,
they're so loud when they get
I wanted it to shut up. Right. And the second thing, I'm going to bring up this one more thing, because it's something that's just, I made a decision recently. Right. I decided, like, NLP, there are different courses and stuff, I've been resisting taking the program for 4 or 5 years now, because I didn't want to invest in it. I didn't want to spend the money. I don't have the money. I don't have whatever it is. Right. But yet I can find all these other courses to spend money on. Right. If I had just done, and I don't like going back and the shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I've probably spent a lot more than if I had just taken the course, but I wasn't ready. So recently I'm like, okay, Karen, because I want to take my coaching business, my 50 and free, to the next level. Because I'm, so it's like, and NLP shows up for me daily. daily. And there's a ton of NLP coaches out there, and there's a lot of amazing coaches. So finally I'm like, okay, Karen, what is it that's stopping you? Like, really just have this, be truthful. Oh, I don't want to spend the money. I'm like, okay, well, what is it costing you by not? And aren't you about helping people get to the next level? Right. So I had to have this conversation with Karen, meet Karen, right? Karen meet Karen and her flaws. Right. So anyway, so I just made the decision, back to Freedom Starts Now, next freedom, to sign up for the course, do a bit of research, but I am doing it now. Right. And just don't worry about the how. How am I going to do that? Just do it and then figure it out later. Right. So anyway.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Am I scared to do that? Of course I am, right? Because it's a commitment, but that's okay.
And I think people forget or don't think about it maybe, or, they see us and they may assume we're together or we have it all. No, we're a work in progress. I'm still being coached.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll always have coaches, right? No matter.
I love it.
Yeah, even the people one of my mentors is Eric Ori, who's a guru in the network marketing industry, but him,
so for the audience who doesn't know, he's the best. He's like the man. So don't just say that lightly, right, Karen?
Yes, I agree.
Right. So I want the audience to know when she says Eric Ori, she just said it kind of humbly, and that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is. Anybody who's in this industry, please go look him up. Or reach out to me. So, and I will talk to you about it. But anyway, so, but on that note, just make a decision. Make a decision that you want a better life. And if your life hasn't changed in the last year or two, go find out what your blocks are. Go hire a coach. Go reach out to Dr. Pam, myself, whoever you connect with. But I love that you were on this. And I feel like, again, every guest I have, I feel like I could just go on, right? But we're going to wrap it up. Anything you want to share with the audience? How about any tip? Maybe one tip you could share?
Well, I tend to, I say it's Dr. Pam's path to prosperity. And so I say prepare, prosper, and pivot. And people often think of prosper as money. It's not just money. Prosper includes, like you said earlier, it's where are you falling short, right? Yeah. In truly thriving. Prosperity is more than money. We need it. Money is our friend, right? Yes. Yeah. But so I'd like people to know that you want to thrive, you want to prosper. Not just in money.
Yeah. And if you want change, it has to start with you.
And we want money, but we have to look within, or we're not gonna, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's no shame. I used to be afraid of I just want to help and no, I don't care about the money. No, I do, because the more money I make, then that means that's how, to me, it represents how many people I've helped.
Right. And how many blocks we've let go of.
Right.
Right.
It's so true. It's so true. Quickly, I would love for you to share with us about Great Connections.
Oh, you do? You want me to?
Oh my God, yeah, because this is how, again, your networking group.
So, okay, reach out to Karen. Reach out to Karen. What happened during the pandemic is it came out of conversation with friends. We said, hey, we need something to network and help people grow business online. So we quickly created building great connections, and it meets virtually once a week on Wednesday mornings, very early, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Karen knows we have some rock stars from all over. 2 of them come from California, and it's 4:30 a.m. there.
Yeah. So it must be good.
Right. So and listen, it's good because of everyone, right? It's individually, people show up, and we are there to greet, meet, and grow business. And we don't waste time. If we're done in 30 minutes or 40 minutes, we end the call.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. You guys, you want to definitely reach out to one of us in regards to this. If you want to network and grow your business and looking for support or anything like that, this is one great networking group. So thank you for sharing. And one last question.
Oh, you have a last question?
Oh, I probably have more last questions. What does freedom mean to you?
Oh, wow. To me, it means inner contentment.
Beautiful.
Because see, here's the thing. Before I practiced transcendental meditation, I didn't realize that I had high stress, and unmanaged stress can lead to anxiety. So for me, let's see, I think this December is coming up on my 13th year. For me, freedom is inner contentment.
I love it. Love it. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. I like to ask people, like, what does freedom mean to you? Because a lot of people don't know, right? So awesome. Now, how does everybody find you?
Okay. So go to hashtag on point with Dr. Pam. Or if you want to meet with me, and get to know, you can go to coachdrpam.com/talk.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you, Pam, for joining us today. And I always love talking with you. I do. I learned so much from you. So thank you once again.
I learned from you too.
Have yourself a beautiful day, and I am sure you will be back again.
Okay, and I can't wait. You keep us posted on the NLP journey.
I know. I'm so excited. I have to just I was thinking about it this morning going, oh my God, what am I doing? It's about the investment, not about doing the NLP, the investment. But I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You're worth it.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, thank you, my friend. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay,
Bye
thank you. Bye.
All righty, that wraps up today's show. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you took lots of notes, and maybe maybe there was something you got clear about that maybe you're like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I do want to make a change. So if that's you, feel free to reach out. My business is called 50 and Free Coaching, and under that umbrella is, if you're looking to actually feel better in your health, or maybe you want to make some extra money, who knows what it is for you. But I am there to help you. And look forward to connecting, and we'll see you next time. See you next Thursday. Oh, every Thursday at 1:00. That's it. Stay tuned for the Freedom Starts Now show, and we will see you again soon. Have a great week. Bye for now.